Kaboom! Good morning, ladies, gentlemen, family, friends, leaders, followers, and everyone in between. Happy Sunday. August 10th. Just 11th. Sorry, my days have been a little bit mixed up recently. We've had a couple changes these past few days, up to a week. I think we are 6 days into brand new life. If you may or may not notice, I'm inside. Look at this. I'm in a room. Yes, that's right. I'm actually in one of my old sleeping rooms, chilling with the family, and have been for a week. Only one reason for that: it's against my will. I'm just kidding. So I've had some struggles recently. I think it's about time to make a vid and catch up on a little med-sesh. That's short for meditation sesh. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and hit up a little Yogi Labs Yogi Labs practice by Chris Kelly, right? I've made a couple of these before. I'm not going to film it this time. So sorry that you can't watch the hour-long meditation session. I know those videos that I've posted before just get tremendous amount of views. But yeah, it's definitely necessary. My summer will catch up with you later on. I don't know when I'll be able to make the follow-up video. I do have church in about an hour and a half. But it is August, and I have not made a video since April, May. I know, things have been, well, good for the most part, right? I'm going to say good. Summer's pretty fun. It's usually pretty active and busy, as it is for most. But yeah, something got the best of me recently, and I decided to go on a little bit of a vacation. Sadly, the vacation is keeping me bedridden for 6 days already, and probably will for the next, common practices, about 4 to 6 weeks. Yeah. So, little accident, little injury, a little self-inflicted. Let me see if I could just turn this around and point it right at it. There she be. There it is. So imagine a nice sized shark bite right about there. And no, it's not a shark bite. No, it is not a shark bite. I have not gone swimming. I haven't even been on vacation this year, and that's probably why. Of course, I don't believe in this sort of thing, but it might be why something like this happened. I've been hoping to get some time off, and maybe like 3 days down the river. I didn't tell you guys, but I was hoping to get like 3 days off, go down the river, plan out the next few seasons, and next couple seasons, next winter. It being 2024, things getting a little bit, But hey, the Olympics are on, so that's cool. Yeah, it's 2024, so I don't know. I've built up plenty of fear in my head about the future and what might be possibly happening to the economy and all that good sort of crap. But fear is fear. It should not dictate how you actually. This is what I believe. There's a difference between fear and danger. It'd be dangerous if I actually followed the political agenda and perhaps even read the book of Revelations or the rest of the Bible in general, and the rest of any sort of historical documentation that preaches prophecy, right? Things that kind of that work in this, right? Work in the cycle of life. Inevitably, we will fall, but of course, we will rise again. It's just what it is, you know. I don't know if it's going to be biblical. I don't know if it's going to be prophetic. I don't know how, or of course it'll be prophetic, but I don't know how bad it's going to be. But I am trying to get prepared, that's for sure. No, this isn't the way I was thinking, but yeah, we're just riding it like a roller coaster. Sadly, we may have like fallen off the coaster in a really weird way, but that's okay. This is a special roller coaster. So yeah, injury-wise, I fell through some glass with my foot intentionally. Think of a heel kick and plexiglass. Plain and simple. What I did to my door on my vehicle was nothing. This was a beautiful, I think I call it a win. I'm in little less pain, and I'm pretty sure the basketball hoop has no use anymore. So yeah, winner, winner, baby. But yes, nice size gash. Very nice size gash, squirting blood, really bright red, no fainting. I am growing strong. I have not liked my recovery so far, but I am enjoying the time off. I don't like my reaction to the recovery, even though it's outwardly expressed as very well, right? I'm not down, and I'm not angry. I'm pretty sure I got all my frustration out, but I do have obviously. I don't know if I should say this yet. Yeah, obviously I've had to intentionally sober up for this time of down. And I didn't really start, I don't want to say reflecting. Like, there are thoughts in my head that I know are, this is where I should probably meditate first. So yeah, there's a lot going on in a sense that I am building up fear for the future, anxiety and stress, a little more than maybe I should, for sure. Like, anxiety isn't something I need. Nobody needs anxiety. Stress is natural. I don't know about anxiety. I think there's some division between feelings, emotions, and reactions, so to speak, in how we respond and how we feel as human beings. I don't know if I think of it as anxiety or depression. There's a couple others, and I've talked about on this channel multiple times, that I don't think is necessary. I don't know if anxiety is actually necessary. Worry. These are, they may be actually emotions. It's funny. I just watched Inside Out? Inside Out? Upside Down? Inside Up? The cartoon, the Pixar cartoon that they made, where they have the emotions in the head: joy, sadness, disgust, fear, and anger, right? And I'm not so sure I relate to the definitions of what a feeling is, or what an emotion is. Still a good flick, still kind of fun to watch. But I don't know. I don't know about things about like fear, depression, anxiety, worry. These things seem like an unnecessary response to the world around us, if in fact we are caught up in our head, so to speak, right? When we don't know how to deal with a situation and we deal with it so-called improperly, We don't express our feelings appropriately, right? If we bottle up anger, well, then we get anxious. I'm not a guru, so I'm not going to paint this picture very accurately, but I do believe that things like anxiety, worry, depression, fear are very controllable. Anger, sadness, joy, these are feelings that are intrinsic, are in our, right? They're inside us. They're always in there. And it's our way of connecting with others. It's our way of being. It's a feeling that can be expressed through an emotion. An emotion isn't a thing. An emotion is energy in motion, right? And how we express it may look like fear, worry, anxiety, depression, or lack of, right? That might not be true. So check your textbooks on that. I'm just spitting crap. Hopefully you don't find it to be true, because if it is and you're wrong, and I'm wrong, well, good luck, because then you're just going to come out looking like me, all jacked and everything. I'm just kidding. All right. Anyway, I got to do a meditation session. It's an hour long. It may be a while before I actually make the follow-up video, but yeah, just wanted to make an intro. The video's on my phone, so, and I know I look so straggly. I look like a bum. This might be coming off just to make it official, restart. It's been 6 days, so I am well aware of life at this point. My 3-day thought process, and like I've said, usually 3 days for me, 3-day fast, 3-day sabbatical sort of thing, right? When I go out, I could take little 3-day journeys and just restart, right? Little 3-day vacations are really all you need to restart the whole body from top to bottom, right? And you can start over with anything. You can break habits, you can start habits. It starts with 3 days, 3 days, 3 weeks, 3 months. We've already hit the 3 days, so winner! Anyway, I'm going to meditate, pray, set some goals, set some standards, figure out some stuff. And maybe I'll post a photo of the shark bite soon. But yeah, props to y'all for living and staying alive throughout all the pandemonium that is August 2024's weather. The weather has been nuts lately, from everywhere, from Japan to America. Earthquakes, tsunamis, tornadoes, rain, wind, mile per hour up to 100 plus. It's just going nuts. Who would have predicted that? I don't know, maybe the National Weather Forecast for one. But, yeah, who would have thought the weather would get worse? Anyway, yeah, gonna go. Recover expressively, folks. Love. Welcome back, everybody, because, well, it's been a whole day. So let's see how far we can get this, how much stuff we can get out here before it gets too hot in this room. So I turn my fan off, turn the air conditioning off. Something I haven't had the pleasure of using all summer. But in no time, I'm pretty sure I'm going to start sweating here. So I wanted to touch base. It is a day late as far as the breathwork session that I just did yesterday. Which was, in my opinion, a success. I believe, I don't even know where I'm going with this already. Where? I know I should have had all this planned out before I pressed the record button. It's too bad. I don't do that sort of stuff. We're all off the cuff, baby. But yeah, yesterday was a pretty busy day after the session. I decided to go to church, see some family, watched a couple movies. So busy. It's really weird because the leg at Fun Fellow here is it's getting worse in that it feels like it's not blood clot, but oh my gosh, this is terrible. Guys, I haven't talked to you in so long. Pressure, right? I got like pressure. It feels like the cast might be too tight or inflamed, swollen. I did have a fear that they didn't they missed a piece of glass. I don't remember if I told you guys or not what happened. Essentially, between the basketball hoop and my calf, actually between the basketball hoop and my heel, between the backboard of the basketball hoop and my heel, my calf lost, right? If you've ever heard me tell the story of the tree in the truck, where my calves inevitably lost, both calves, where my feet got stuck in between tree and a truck. Yeah, my calves are shot, folks. I've got maybe, not shot, but maybe they're down to about 75 to 50%, like use on my right leg, and then I'm probably down. I don't know how to judge my left, seeing as I'm currently in the state of recovery. But I'm pretty sure it might become less than 50%, which is not. I have a current broken toe, which I've had since February of this year. The left leg was the original, between the two right and left feet, my left leg took more so of a brunt of the pain when it got stuck between the tree and the truck. And now it is my left leg that is ripped to shreds. It's going to have about that big of a scar, kind of like a shark tooth, kind of like a saw blade. It's split open about that much, and didn't reach the bone. Thankfully, it was a lot of muscle, couple tendons, and technically little pain. There's probably more pain now than there was originally. You're probably saying, "Go back to the hospital." We'll see. I go back in 2 days. Probably get get it checked up, get it rewrapped, and then we'll go from there. So why? How did it happen? I'm not even sure I'm ready for this. I didn't exactly expect. I'm not necessarily in the appropriate mind frame. I'd prefer. See, I didn't have the chance to do this after the breathwork session, so right now my mind's still, I don't want to say confused, but I'm not yet grounded. I kind of just woke up, even though it's 2 p.m. I've been up and scrolling with addiction on my phone for a couple hours now. I went to bed late last night because we did see a couple movies at the movie theater. Did stay out till like 2. I am sleeping well. As you may know, I haven't made any videos this year or this summer. So I have been sleeping outside for the whole summer, potentially. I've had a few nights indoors, but that's about it. But other than that, I've been sleeping outdoors, and it's been, I don't want to say uncomfortable, but just enough uncomfortable to where, well, to put it bluntly, I've been under the influence for many months now. I think I restarted April 8th. It's funny, I know the restart date better than the last time I gave it up, but it was memorable because I moved into the greenhouse that I currently reside out of the day of the eclipse, right? So I moved my stuff on the day of the eclipse, and since then I was just unhappy with my current predicament, my current lifestyle. It wasn't what I expected. I was actually expecting to be in the cabin, and I was expecting that, winter and almost beginning of spring. And then at some point, things changed. Didn't quite get what we wanted, and I decided to take a little break from doing what I know is right. Can you guys hear that? I don't want to look like I'm just distracted for no reason, but my door is creaking. Anyway, so jeez Louise. So, anger management 101. Essentially, I have been developing or releasing, expressing my anger in an unresourceful way. I'm just going to say for the past 4 years since I moved out to the home that I have been living at, right out in Hiram, out on the farm, my farmhouse. I don't know how much further back the actual, I've always expressed anger, not very well, but it obviously gets worse and worse as I bottle up my resentment and guilt and shame. And more so than not, when I don't have a gym membership, when I don't have access to a punching bag, and on bad days, basically when I am under the influence. If you know anything about any sort of, not necessarily the term addiction, but any sort of short-term pleasure, right? Anything that I personally consider food, like sugar. Sugar releases dopamine in the brain, right? You get happy when you just eat sugar, right? It's pretty simple, and this can be the same for anyone's so-called addictions. And I know the term is, I'm not gonna go into the terminology anymore. Anything that's out of your control. How about that? Anything that you cannot legit put down or decide not to put down. Because yes, I can decide to put down whatever I want, but the next thought is, well, I don't want to. Well, it doesn't sound very powerful then, does it? So anger management has definitely been an issue, and it was just the last droplet, plain and simple. It was just a little bit rough day, and got the best of me. So I want to go more into this, but I don't know how much. I'm not in my comfort zone. I literally have one more device that is holding me back / vice, that's holding me back, and that's sadly not you, but this thing that I just can't seem to get rid of. I've tried. I've lost phones. I've gone through so many that I can't even count. And every single time I go back to the store to figure out a new plan to go on, it just gets me into a deeper hole. It's literally like being involved into a system. It's like being in debt, and it's really what it is. Like you're in debt to the phone because I've never paid off $1,000 iPhone all at once, right? So this device, this vice of mine is still holding me back from doing the things that I know I need to do. But and that's what kind of sucks right now, is that I could be exercising, I could be recovering, I could be doing lots more than I am right now. But this thing's holding it back. I really hate it. I'm not really sure where I'm going with all this. I had a lot to go over, but I'm literally starting to sweat. Ready? That's not too bad. Not yet, at least. So, yeah, I don't want a lot of dead space for you guys. I'm just trying to give you guys an update as far as life. I have no plans for the future as far as winter goes. I was thinking... I have not been thinking. I am ready to go back to the style of God's will. When I say God's will, I mean I won't plan a thing. I will purposefully put all the thoughts of the future away. Like, it's kind of hard sometimes. Like, you think, how do you not think about the future? In regards to what I want to do, I can set those thoughts aside and just be like, you know what? If and when it's supposed to happen, it'll happen because God says so. So, I mean, there are a few things that I know I'm supposed to do. There are a few things that I don't want to do. Like, I'm supposed to exercise, supposed to eat, supposed to help others, and set up my goals and pray and fast and all sorts of good stuff. I'm really not in the mind frame right now. Yeah, you can tell I'm not in the mind frame right now. Yeah, let me go ahead and give you guys more later. Tell them a little more clear-headed. If you want more, stay tuned. If not, go ahead and, I don't know, call me. Like, the whole purpose of being under the influence is because, or the whole reason why, is because I don't have any connections. And I've said this in multiple videos before, right? I don't smoke because I like it. I don't drink because I like it. I do it because, well, what else is there? I've been independent for a long time. I've just shy away from so much. I'm not being very vulnerable with you guys. I'm just going to go ahead and cut it here. Call me sometime. I could use a friend. Later, dudes. Live expressively.